Hi everyone, welcome to Lease Stitch. Today is Monday the 18th of March and sorry if I'm in my bedroom again with the computer sitting on some pillows, so I'm sorry if it's moving around. My puppy's decided to just jump up on the bed and I'm sure he'll make an appearance up at some point. He's decided he's in play mode, so anyway. Okay, so it's been a month. Mostly it's been a productive month, except for some reason this last week, I have lost my Stichybug. I didn't stitch at all this last week. And I didn't stitch at all, but I did stitch yesterday, and so I was stitching and enjoying it, and then I went to move over to stitch something else on the same piece and realized I had made a mistake and now I need to frog everything, which has not actually helped my Stichybug that much, but anyway. So I'll show what I have been stitching first, and then I'll had the Mirabilia retreat, yay, which is so much fun. Love the Mirabilia retreat. I've got some videos of that and photos and some weird stories, and then yeah, first I'm going to show the stitching I've done. So not surprisingly, most of the stitching was not done at the Mirabilia retreat. Yeah, what can I say? So I'll put up a before picture. This is my Christmas Curious. I'd done the border of this range just before I went because I just didn't want to make any mistakes on him. And then I finished the majority. I finished him when I got home. I really did not get much done. I should have taken a photo of what I got done at the retreat, which was not much. Can I see it? There we go. And this is Comet. But I finished the stitching on him after retreat, so yay, got him done. And then I'm doing all the Christmas Courier reindeers on this one piece of fabric, which is from Color Cascade Fabrics, 28 count Opal Lagana behind Blue Eyes, which unfortunately Tummy's closed down the fabric so you can't get it at all. But after I finished him, I went back and beaded Rudolph. So Rudolph is finished stitching and beading. So once I finish this one down the bottom, which I'll show in a sec, then I'll go back and bead one of these. So from now on I'll be able to stitch, bead without it, because I'm using Q-snaps. So I had to wait till I'd done enough reindeers so I can, so the beading won't hit the Q-snaps. So that's Comet. That's Rudolph, which very happy with how he turned out. And then I've started, this is the one I've made the mistake on. Yay! Here, where is it? Here. I've gone up 2 stitches and I'm meant to go up 3 stitches. So all up here is wrong. And I gotta unpick it all. So I'm not very impressed with myself. So I've got to fix that up. And yeah, I don't suppose anybody wants to unpick anything for me, do they? Oh, not happy. Oh, just so you know, this is what Prince is going to look like when done. Not happy with myself. Not happy with myself. Next one is Maleficent, which I'll put a photo up of. This is stitched on 36 count plain. I think it's Rocky Mountain Air, Jeju Designs or something. I don't know. I can't remember if I worked on this. If I did work on this, it's not much. Maybe only about 10 stitches. So, and this is about a third done. It's not a very big piece. And it sits in my that one. Which, yeah, so if I've done anything, I think I have, but it may only be about 10 stitches very sad amount. And I haven't worked on my Tintin Abbey for Heaven and Earth designs, which I have to get a move on that. And this one I know I have worked on. I want to work on this one some more. This is Lest We Forget by Bradley Johnson, Heaven and Earth Designs. This is stitched on a 25 count even weave, 2/1 10 stitch. And this is one I want to finish this year. I'm also way behind on my It's Only Forever, so we'll see. But this is a fairly important one to me. I want to get this one done. So we'll see. And this is a mini, so it's not that big. Like this area here would be 25%. So I move my ass. It's actually I'm about 9% away from a quarter. I could do it by the end of this month. I could. Whether that'll happen, but goal is that you guys will see progress next month. Yes, you guys will definitely see progress next month. So that's that one there. I'd love to see that one done. So I've put in a couple of pieces for framing. I've put in my Nora Corbett Klimt Christmas tree and Luna Mystica from Bella Filipina. I'm hoping to enter those into the Hawkesbury show, so hopefully she'll be able to get those done in time. Get those into the Hawkesbury show and into those. Yeah, I tell as many people as I can. I'm a really good nagger at my cross stitch group. Enter any shows nearby. I mean, winning, winning is fun, but the main thing is people see them. And these pieces deserve to be seen, but you can have somebody might look at your piece and they might realise that, hey, cross stitch isn't what it was 20, 30 years ago. It's not all flowers and teddy bears. It's other really beautiful stuff, and they could see it and think, hey, I want to try that and I want to do that. And you could send somebody down credit card debt and you'll never know it. And I mean, it's just that kind of thought that I think we really need. Get your pieces out there. Get the pieces out there. And they just deserve to be seen anyway. They do. Alright, another piece this piece is stuck, working on is, started this at retreat. It's Nora Corbett's, it's a Patreon pattern. Nora Corbett, Starry Starry Night Christmas tree. And this is stitched on 28, I think it's 28 count. So it's stitched on 32 count linen, plain linen, Electrum by Color Cassade Fabrics. So this is, yeah, not a big start. That's that. Again, most of it was done after retreat. So I had help choosing this fabric. Oh, I liked this fabric, but I wasn't sure on it. And then I took it to retreat to show the other ladies, and a lot of them agreed, yeah, use this fabric. This is going to be good. So okay, I'll do that. So I'm glad I wasn't the only one who was kind of like, oh yeah, that could be really good. And one more. This is another Patreon, Nora Corbett Patreon. This is the first Patreon pattern she released. It's called Rogue Dragon. And this is being stitched on a Serum from Fabric Emerald Dragon, 28 count opal even weave. This goes this way. So a picture of it when it's done, and this is what I'm up to. Not very far. So this will get here. We'll get there. I've done heaps on it. I mean, actually, I didn't think I did this in my WIP parade. No, I didn't. So I think at the start of this year, I only had a tiny little bit of this, just this colour up here done. Not even all this colour, just like 10 to maybe 20 stitches done. So I've done all of this. So he's going to be good when he's done. Very colourful. So yeah, pretty much it is Nora Corbett heavy, Mirabilia heavy this month because of the retreat. And then, what else have I got? What else have I got here? Oh, my friend Amanda and I, this is the limited edition from the Passion Ricomo Crystal Mermaid. This is stash, people, so not retreat. I don't know if you can see her. And just trying to pick fabric for her is hard. We were at Amanda's place trying to pick fabric, and it's like, I'm not a fan of her on greens, but be careful because these greens and blues, you've got to be careful that these don't blend into the fabric, and this up here doesn't blend in. Although, and she's in this, not a PDF, she's in an actual full book, and it's a really nice book actually. You can see that's the original watercolor of her there. And in the book, oh, hang on, this is a better one. This is full page watercolor there. Isn't she pretty? She's going to be so gorgeous, and it's going to be so nice to, and then she does adds some other watercolors into the books as well. And that's the pattern. I can't show you the pattern. What I want to show you is in the booklet she sends other suggestions you can put her on. And one of these fabrics I do have, here it is. These are other fabrics that she suggests. Now I actually do own that one. But I'm thinking the blue, the top bit of a tail and torso here is blue. So I'm like, you might lose that out on that one. I don't know, she's gonna take some consideration, some very careful consideration of what to do. I should have done the video first and then done the dusting, but it just seemed more adult and responsible to do the dusting first, to do the jobs first, sweep and dust and before doing the videos. This is what I get for being responsible. See, I'm better off just doing the cross-stitching stuff first and then the housework later. This will teach me for next time. This pattern at the retreat, it's a Nora Corbett little stitches. Number, I don't have my glasses on. I think this one's number 5. It's called Rosebud Lullaby. So there's 5 of these little stitches, and now I'm only missing one, the last one. Moonlight Lullaby. And I know this will shock all of you, but guess what? I went shopping. I did. I met up with a friend of mine, Nancy, Bohemian Stitchery, and she came with Carolyn from the Flosstube Stitcher. I've been watching Carolyn actually for ages. I can't remember. The Flosstuber. I'll link them both down below. And we went to All Threads. We got an Uber to All Threads, and it's so nice going into a real store. It is. And Carolyn actually found this piece of fabric, but she said I could have this because she bought another piece instead, which is just a flax. But I do have plans. Flax. Never had to have a neutral in your first stash. And then at the actual retreat, this is from Fox and Rabbit, Rose Quartz, 36 count linen, and it's just really pretty, and I hope it shows up nicely. Oh yeah, it's going good. That'll be really pretty. No idea what I'm going to use it for, but something pretty. And I'll just come out. I need to just mark this up. I bought a piece of this, and then I thought, my friend Amanda's going to really like this. She's going to steal it off me, so I need to buy a second piece. So I bought a second piece. So I bought one in 32 count, one in 28 count. Let Amanda choose which one she wanted. She picked the 32 count, so this is the 28 count linen. And yeah, pretty much the other piece is exactly the same. So the line, I was Big shock. I was first in line. I wasn't, about third in line. So the people who beat me to the line, going through the fabrics and stuff. And there was lots of other stuff in the shop. I'm just, fabric floozy. So I went and bought this, and I thought, oh, no, Amanda's going to love this. I have to get a second piece. And the line was absolutely massive. So my friend Louise bought me the second piece, and I bought her dinner. So that's a really nice piece. And then I got, this is from Number 12 Stitch Co. It is a 32 count, and it's called Spring Fling. And this is going to be really nice for some of my Our Forest embroidery, Our Forest pieces. The Berry Tigers, this is a fat half. The Berry Tigers, the Koi Fish, and the Peach Cranes. I'll put them up. And it says, and they'll should all fit on this one piece of, well, what I mean is I'm not going to do them all on one. They'll all fit on this one. So yeah, I'll cut the fabric, but they'll, so they'll all match, basically. But, yeah, so that was good. So retreat was just, if anybody gets the chance to go to the retreat, go, even if you don't meet anyone. I didn't know anyone at my first retreat, and now I know so many of these ladies. And there's the ladies, we call ourselves the Original Table 3, who we meet up with every year, and they are just wonderful. We have a Stitch chat group that goes on throughout the year, and it's just, everybody's so nice, and you just remember you have something in common to talk to people about. And people don't mind. I mean, I always walk around the room and I'm like, don't mind me, I'm just peeking at your cross stitch, and they're like, oh, no, here, and they, people are lovely. They take it off, and they love sharing and talking about cross stitch. Most people don't get to do it a lot throughout the year, and retreats are like, so go. It's straight off at a retreat, you're always going to have something in common with someone to talk about. So I'll put some photos and videos up that I took of at the end of this video. So it was just great, and I can't wait for the next retreat. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got I think it's Daisy Chain Retreat first. That's in, I think it's the 12th or 13th of September. It's definitely mid-September. And then the week after, like the 20th of September, we've got the JK Stitching Retreat. So we've got a couple of our friends of ours that I met at retreat. They live in Melbourne. They're coming up for the Daisy Chain Retreat. And instead of going back down to Melbourne and all that back, so they're coming up for the Daisy Chain Retreat. We go to the retreat, and then they're going to come and stay with Amanda and I for that week, the 5 days in between, or 4 days in between. And then we're going to go to the JK Stitching Retreat, and then they're going to go. And Amanda and I have taken that week off work, and we're going to have we're going to have road trip. We're going to go to Victoria House in Mittagong, which is about a 2-hour drive away. They have beautiful cross-stitch store there. We're going to go to some cross-stitch stalls, and there's that Achievers, the sewing basket, the charity one. We're going to take them all around there. It's going to be stitchy heavy that week. It's going to be great. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, this retreat. We're talking about this retreat. So what did we do? We went to All Threads, and we were there for quite a while, and Amanda asked me to buy her this thread, Avoirsoir thread, which I did, and these bead packs for this primitive hair, Cosmic Mermaid, which I did, and I can't find them. I'm hoping I left them at my grandmother's place. On the Sunday, I lived in Brisbane for about 4 years, so I have some friends who lived in Brisbane, and one of them, the retreat ended up 4. She came and picked me up at my hotel room at 5. So by the time, at the retreat, by the time I packed up and said goodbye to everybody, and then I got back to the hotel room, I just madly threw everything in my bag. And then Amanda picked me up, different Amanda. And then we went out for dinner and that, and then she dropped me off at my nan's place later that night, because my nan's came back down to Sydney with me, and I had to take her to the doctor on the Monday. I repacked my bag, and I think I left, I'm hoping I left all that stuff at my nan's place up in Brisbane. Even if I left it up in Brisbane, I can get it back. I know where it is. Otherwise, I have gone through everything I bought, every single WIP I took, my suitcase, everything. Or maybe no, I didn't throw it in my light because I unpacked my light anyway. Anyway, so I've got to find it. I have to find it. If not, I've at least got to get the bead pack from Amanda again. We did that. And then we were at retreat, and retreat was great. During part of retreat, our lady on our stitch group, our table 3 stitch group chat, said, "Hey, ladies in Brisbane, this just came up on Facebook page." And it came up, she sent it to us an hour after it was put up on the Facebook page. And it was like, there's this recycling shop, basically a secondhand shop. Close by, it says it's in Wollongabba. We're selling all these Mirabilia patterns, out of print Mirabilia patterns, for $4 each. So I'm like, oh my God. So I run up and I'm showing Nancy and Louise, and the ladies go, should we go? I said, Wollongabba's only like a 10-minute drive, if that, 10-minute drive away. 5-10 minutes. It's not far. And this is not long after the retreat started. So like, yeah, okay, we're going to go. So we felt like we were sneaking out of school. We call an Uber. And we get in the Uber. More of us came out, like, well, we're not all going to fit in the same Uber. So only about 4 of us went. So we get in this Uber and we're going and we think, oh, I feel like we're ditching school, sneaking out. We get to this recycling place and we get there. We found where all they were, and they were all gone. Every single one was gone. And I asked the guy, and he says, yeah, we've been selling a lot of those today. And I'm like, you know what? I bet the person who put the post up bought every single pattern. Not that I can blame them, but I'm like, she'd post and say that she was buying them. She said, just saying, hey, people, this cycling place has these Mirabilia patterns, but I reckon she bought every single one. And I'm like, oh no. So we had a little bit of a look around the shop, and then we got an Uber back to the retreat. Which was just, it was crazy. It was just, I think it just felt like we were being honest. We got back when telling the ladies in the back, because people were saying us, oh, we want this one. We're like, you know what, we're just going to buy them all. They're $4 each. We'll just buy every single one, and we'll sort it out what we can. We would buy them all, and then we'll sort out what people want and what people want when we get back. Unfortunately, we came back with nothing. Would have been nice to even just get one pattern, but anyway. So, yeah, we did that. And on Saturday night, we'd gotten a 2-bedroom apartment. The retreat was at the Royal on the Park. And we booked a 2-bedroom apartment on the Oaks on Margaret, which was directly behind Royal on the Park. Literally, you roll on the park, road, Oaks on Margaret. So we weren't even not even a 2-minute walk away from the retreat. It was really close. And we also had if you booked at Royal in the Park, you could get discounted rooms with the city view. But it's still going to work out so much. We was so much cheaper for us to get 4 of us to stay in this 2-bedroom apartment. We were on the 17th floor. We had a balcony and pretty much 180-degree view. River, park, South Bank, city, we had it all. It was a gorgeous view ever, and it was on the 17th floor, so it was beautiful. But after the retreat on Saturday night, we're in the hotel room, and as you do, you bring stitching to do in the hotel room, and you probably get more done on that than you do at the retreat. So we're stitching and we're chatting. I mean, like we weren't squealing and laughing, and a couple of us had a drink, but it was like one drink, and we were just laughing at that. And then 9:30 on the dot, 9:30 p.m. on the dot, we get a knock on the door from security telling us, can we please keep it down? I'm like, we're just cross-stitching. We weren't squealing. Well, I mean, we were laughing, and we didn't have any shared walls, so I think it was the people across from us, the party poopers. But we weren't, there was no music, there was no TV. Yes, we were laughing, but we weren't squealing laughing. We were just, so I'm like, yeah, so we kind of went to bed not long after that, after we had security tell us to come and quiet down. And we're telling people the next day, and they're like, oh, so that was you guys we heard, and police, and apparently there was police outside the back of Royal on the Park, front of Royal Oaks on Margaret, which was not us. We just had the security guard. We did not have police come to us. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, oh, but I've never been told to quieten down at a cross-stitch retreat before. So that was it. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot this today, aren't I? I'm going to show you what we got. Ronnie Vaughn held the retreat, and she stained, I think it was like 75 of us here, so she stained. She got these and stained 75 of these, which is really pretty. And then it came empty, and then throughout the day, Ronnie and her family members would come around and give us stuff. And oh, there's some beeswax in here, which I haven't undone yet. So there's some wax in here, and oh, counting pins. So that's pretty. And oh, hang on. Oh, that's an L. And then the magnet got stuck. Here we go. Hang on. There we go. Curing. And there's the dragon. So that's a mermaid tail. And oh, and these are Kohana scissors. Now these are really nice. Perfect for traveling. So they come in a box in here, and then aren't they beautiful? I'll put these away. That's what I've been stitching on. That's my haul. That's retreat. I'm gonna add some videos and photos I took of retreat, especially the brag table. I love looking at the brag table and seeing everybody's done. It's absolutely beautiful. And also Nora brought a lot of her artwork, specifically artwork she'd done for the Mirabilia. So the original artwork for the pieces. And I would love to buy them. I would absolutely love to have bought some, but no, I think it was like for a piece of art that was based on a Mirabilia piece, it was like $1,500 US. So not within my budget, unfortunately, but tempting, very, very tempting. I'm like, is it really that important to feed the kids? So they'd be happy with like chips and water or something, wouldn't they? But no, I didn't. I'm gonna let actually feed the kids. What else is happening? Yeah, my nan came back down. I went up by train. It's a 14-hour train trip between Sydney and Brisbane. Going up, it's an overnight train, and coming back down, it's a day train. I actually love the train. I don't know why. I like it better than flying. I love the train. And it's a lot cheaper. So I got the train with my nan on the way back down, and my sister picked us up at the train station, though she couldn't find the kiss and ride, so she's driving around. She finally found it. She picked us up and came home, and we dropped my nan off just yesterday. So she was down about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. It would have been about 3 weeks, visiting my dad, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's slowing down a little bit. He's on some morphine now, but more of an afternoon. It doesn't seem to be working, so they're going to be looking at upping the morphine for him. So sees how that is. And my next retreats is the ones in September, which I can't wait. It's like, yeah, full on stitchy week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, so I'm going to go because I start work in 20 minutes, so I've got to clean all this up and log on and everything like that and get started for work. And oh, actually, there is one more thing I wanted to show. Sorry. My friend Amanda went to the US last year, and she brought me back this material. It's called Brie, and I'm hoping that's not a bad look on it. It's red undertones. I don't know if it's brown red, but that's actually pretty close. So, and I found this pattern on Etsy, and I'm thinking that pattern would go really well with this fabric. Because this fabric's really special. So I want to find like the perfect pattern to put it on. And I'm thinking that pattern could look really good on it. So let me know what you think. Okay? Alrighty. Bye. I'm just like, oh, you know, and it's just not happening. But a lot of the fairies are that way. If I draw their face, I'm just like, I know who you are. I know what you're wearing. So they kind of come from, you know, anywhere. But, so I draw them a lot. And then what I do is I turn them into squares on this transfer paper. And so when I get it all in squares, I take it and I go to the copy machine and I make a copy into 2 or 3. And I'll paint them all the different ways. So I'll do like this one, and then you'll get all like the little like different colors. But sometimes they come out like I just like know exactly what, like red was red, you know, she just came out. And so then I just recolor it. You can see there's like I tape things together. Like this one has like a few layers. Oh, here I'll show you this one is the queen, and you can see like she was gonna be like blues. That's how that happens, and that's how they come about. And I'm really grateful that all of you stuck with me for so long and allow me to be creative and try different things and stick with me even through like a lot of stuff. You know, you realize that like not every pattern is for every stitcher, and I really have realized that during this whole trip here is that, you know, like you are all different people. It's allowed me to do like, you know, special ones. One person's gonna really love, and then another person's gonna be like, eh, you know, but like, you know, big dress people, or big people, you know, that's the way I so any questions that I can answer, and maybe I'll talk more about it. Okay.
I want to know, do you recognise when you're starting to burn out after you've done a lot, or does it take a while for you to go, oh my god, I need a break?
There was a point where I was like, I don't think I can draw another fairy. I think I'm gonna just, you know, like I was done. But what I did in order to do it was I was just like, okay, I got to, because fairies put my kids through college. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna concentrate on the patterns and the color, and that's what it's all gonna be about for me, creatively, to get through it. Because I knew I was like kind of stuck in like that, you know. But yeah, one time I was coloring fairies. My son's computer was there, and I hung on the wall, and I walked away, and my son comes in and was like, there are fairies in my room. No, you do not mess with the fairies. No. They are like supporting you and feeding you. You better go apologize right now. Do not mess with that. It's like magic. So, and you know, like the reason I like fairy tales is because I had a rough childhood, and I just like threw my head into fairy tales. And I even like tried to draw like girls and dresses, and I went to art school, and they're like, you'll never like make, you know. Yeah, that's too cool. I got criticism of, oh,
They have it for the, I just love the process. So the Noras are your smaller ones.
That's right.